Hi, how's it going? It's been an impressive few weeks. I sat in the same spot 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point in a boat that was trashed. Had a lot of water damage, rotten wood, mold and mildew everywhere, trash everywhere, dirt everywhere, and a borderline unfunctional boat. And now, all that has changed. We cleaned all the mold and mildew, replaced the rotten wood, replaced all of the carpet, replaced all the flooring, added upgrades like a brand new sound system, a new bimini, and more, which you'll see later. We're back at the whiteboard again. As you can see, we have 0 days left. I'm leaving in an hour to go back home for the senior project presentations. As you can see, we didn't get everything done, but that's called life. Mother Nature, she had other plans. It rained a lot. April and May just switched this year. Kind of crazy. As you can see, I've changed the whiteboard a little bit. On the bottom, we've got more updates to do later, so that'll be after this project is over. But first, we're gonna fix the outboard motor. We found a few issues with it, fixed a few. We fixed 2 solenoids, which were broken, and we realized a CDI box has some wiring issues, so I got a replacement for that coming. And then we also know that one cylinder does not get compression, as the other ones are 105, 110, 110 psi, which is really bad. That's like an F. So we're gonna have to figure that out on the engine. We're gonna install more mood lighting. I have some of it, there's more in shipping. Stuff took a little bit longer than expected, so that's not happening for this project. Then we're gonna repaint the back deck as it's in really rough shape. And then we're gonna add a tow mount so I can hopefully pull a water skier, a tube, etc. with this boat. Then we're gonna fix the fiberglass damage on this side and then do a full paint correction. As you've seen in one of the previous episodes, I did buff one side of the boat, but it made it look 100 times better, but it's still not where she used to be. It's more maroony when it was red. So we're gonna fix that. And the last step, honestly, just pop her in the water and enjoy her. So yeah, now let's take you aboard the boat and show you what we've done. All aboard. We're gonna start in the front. As you can see, we cleaned the cushions, got rid of all the mold and mildew, and then we installed 2 new speakers, new flooring, new carpet all around. You can see it's black over there when it was red. Moving back, we installed new floors throughout, redid this whole access patch, found the captain's chair, which was not originally in the boat, and installed that with a new mount. We installed black carpet all around, 2 more speakers. We started off with 2, now we have 4 that are modern, and there's no cassette anymore, which is perfect. We cleaned all these seats back here, removed as much mold and mildew as possible, and then still new floors throughout, new carpeting all throughout, and cleaned everything. You can see above my head, we also installed a bimini, or a sun cover, which is beautiful, maroon. It matches the boat. It folds up nicely too. Now to the outside of the boat. Well, you can see at the beginning, we got some reflection back in the paint. On the outside, on this side, we did a full 2-step buffing application with a wool pad and then a cutting pad. You might be wondering, why not use a fine finish pad? Well, there's no reason to do a fine finish when we're going to do a full paint correction later on. But if I do say so myself, it looks pretty good for a boat that's almost 40 years old. Moving on, the motor is another big ticket item on the outside. Let me pull off the cover. Well, we did a compression test, as I mentioned earlier. You can see those written on the cylinders. This is the cooked one at 10 psi. The other one's all good. We installed 2 new solenoids right here. They might not look new, but they were off of a parts motor and they both work. For those of you who don't know much about engines, this is called a CDI box. It's basically the electrical system and like the panel in the boat. For some reason, there's some wiring issues here, so we got to replace this. Other than that, the motor is actually in surprisingly good shape with the steering working and the power trim working. So once we fix these issues, which are hopefully minor, we can put it back together and get her fired up and pop this baby in the water. Let's move on to the other side. This is the side I mentioned that's going to need a lot of love. As you can see, this is bad oxidation. The other side was a purple. This is like pink. This is rough. It's going to be a lot of buffing, probably sanding. We're going to have to, especially right here, fiberglass work, a little bit of it, sand it down, repaint it a little bit, add a new gel coat. As you can see, it's gotten banged up right there. But again, she's a 40-year-old boat. That's called life. Registration sticker, it's going to be a lot of buffing. You have to clean that up. That's really it for the outside. Let's hop back inside for a little debrief. As you can see, I'm not sitting in the boat. I just wanted to say thank you all for watching this series and watching me learn and restore this boat. This is the last official video. I might do a few follow-ups over the course of summer as I have time and feel like doing more work on this. But this is about it for now. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. It means a lot. Now let's test out the sound system. Let's roll the montage of pictures from before and after this renovation.